And so now we're in Perek Gimel. In Perek Gimel, we have what I would call like the beginning of what it means to be a mother, which is we wake up early and we have the preparation for 3 days, and we don't just jump into things, but we're actually, having to do the preparation so that we can be present in the moment. But speaking of being present in the moment, I go back to the emotionality of it. The Jews, these are the people that were these are the young people. These are the people, like we said, that we represent who we are. These are not the generation that just has it together, that knows what's happening. That generation, that understanding, that level of Muna perhaps is gone. These are people that need to kind of make it their own. And so what happens? They have to wait 30 days, and then they wait 3 more days of preparation. What does that mean? So this is a lesson in life. They were sad. They had lost Moshe. They weren't in the right mentality. But through the work that they were doing, they waited the period of sadness, those 30 days, and now they have 3 days of preparation. They don't just jump into things. And then what happens? They're going to have the world is their oyster. Now miracles are going to happen, but it's going to happen in a different way. When it came to Mitzrayim and the Yam Suf, what happened? Someone jumped in. It didn't matter who it was who jumped in. It was an auction. They're all tzaddikim. Great, jump in, wonderful, great, and swim. And then the waters split open and the Jews walk through. But now, no, now different. Now we need the Aron Bris Hashem. They needed to have Gedolim. They needed to have Nachyomi. They needed to have something that's going to take them in and lead them. They're not on that generation level. They are on a different level. And so the Aron goes. But when it comes to religiosity, if we take it too much, if we just jump right into it and we don't have a distance and make it our own, then Hashem says, no, that's not good. Rather, you have to have 2,000 amos between you and the Aron. In that way, it's going to be real. You're not going to just be, kind of just making up your own things because you're just jumping in. But rather, there should be a thought process. And that only happens when you have a little bit of a distance. And interestingly, the 2,000 is a 2,000 amos, which is representative of Shabbos. If you keep Shabbos in its holiest form, that's the level of you can be close to Hashem, but not too close. We don't make Shabbos every single day. We have Shabbos to represent what Hashem wants from us. So that's a little bit of the reminiscent. And then comes the beginning of miracles. And the miracles of the splitting of the sea. Then all of a sudden we're on our way. We're on our level. We're doing what we need to do. And then the world is our oyster and things open up for us. And then, of course, then we can get into Perek Daled.